Welcome back to Angels and Side Quests, where faith meets the missions you didn't sign up for. I'm your host, Angela Crystal. So far this season, we've talked about side quests, faith on hard mode, and even how joy and laughter can be spiritual resistance. Today, we're talking about community and how faith was never meant to be a solo mission. Somewhere along the way, we picked up the idea that faith looks like independence. It's just me and God. I don't need help. I'll figure it out. And listen, that sounds mature, but most of the time it's just tired. I told y'all I'm a gamer girly. In games, solo mode feels powerful at first. You move faster, you answer to no one, you control everything until you hit a level you were never meant to clear alone. Faith works the same way, and heaven does not operate in solo mode. One of the clearest things God ever taught me about angels is that they are servicemen. They exist to fulfill the will of God, period. No ego, no competition, no freelancing. Jesus is king, and the king has delegated responsibilities. And angels are sent to complete his will. They don't debate assignments. They don't argue over importance. They move together. And if heaven works through coordination, why do we think faith is supposed to be a solo effort? There was a season where I truly believed that needing people meant I was failing spiritually. I thought if I just prayed harder, read more, pushed through, I wouldn't need help. But what I actually had was burnout dressed up as strength. I wasn't becoming holy, I was becoming isolated. And God didn't rebuke me. He corrected me by showing me how heaven never works alone. If you've ever played a team-based game, you already understand this. Whether it's basketball, hockey, baseball, even in video games, you can have the best loadout, the most experience, the sharpest reflexes, and still lose the match because you refused to communicate. Someone has to cover. Someone has to execute. Someone has to watch the perimeter. That's not weakness. That's strategy. That's how heaven works. God showed me that there are angels who visit us every day. Different kinds, different roles, same mission. Cherubim, seraphim, nephlim. Not ranked by importance, but unified in purpose. I once met a cherub who introduced himself and said, essentially, I execute the will of the Lord. That's it. No fanfare, no hierarchy speech, just obedience. In my book, another cherub explained that some angels encamp around God's people. Their jobs are to surround them, protect them, and fight off what doesn't belong. That's community on a spiritual level. One angel explained to me that some cherubim are sent to do what happened at Jericho. The people came together with one mission, and when they shouted, the angels knocked the walls down. Here's what that taught me. Victory didn't come from one person. It came from alignment. Everyone showed up. Everyone participated. And heaven moved. So ask yourself, what's your Jericho? That thing that's been standing in your way for far too long. That voice that says you're too small, too weak, too late, too broken. That wall doesn't fall in isolation. And then God introduced me to a seraphim. And what struck me most wasn't what they did, it was what they said. They told me plainly, we are all valuable to our Lord. No jealousy, no comparison, no hierarchy anxiety. They know God remembers each of their names. They know who they are, they know their place, and they don't compete. Which made me ask a hard question. If angels don't compete, why does the church? We're separate parts, but one body, trying to do kingdom work divisively, and that never works. God showed me that the more denominations we create, the smaller boxes we put ourselves in, the teams we ride for, are all giving the devil more power. There's no heaven for Baptists, and there's no heaven for Methodists, and there's no heaven for Apostolic. And the sooner we come together and realize this, the more work we can do during our time on earth. We all have skills, and we are all valuable to our Lord. We've picked fights with each other and put up walls that were traps from the enemy because he loves that we can't stand each other. There is one body, many parts. If we could just work together, we could change the world. But let me be clear. Community is not control. Leadership is not domination. And belonging is not sameness. Even angels have individuality. They've come from different walks of life. Some are male, some are female, some are bubbly and bright, some are more serious. God celebrates uniqueness. He made his angels that way. And he made you that way too. Community isn't about losing yourself. It's about finding your place. So there's no point in trying to blend in. He made you to stand out. If you've been trying to do faith alone, not because you want to, but because you're tired, this isn't a rebuke. It's an invitation. You don't need a crowd. You don't need a title. You don't need perfect people. You just need coverage. Someone to stand with you, someone to help carry what's heavy, someone to remind you who you are when you forget. I want this space and this podcast to be for all of us. Nobody has it all figured out. But when we come together, the load gets lighter, and someone may very well be strong where you're feeling weak. Join me in the comments under this video on Substack, on Instagram, on TikTok. And let's be community for each other. Faith was never meant to be solo. So don't skip the side quest, because sometimes the community you didn't plan for is exactly how you survive the mission you didn't choose. This has been Angels and Side Quests. I'm Angela Crystal. Until next time, don't try to level up alone. We need each other.